afternoon and welcome. Today is Wednesday, December 18th, and this is the City of Anderson Board of Architectural Review. Addenda?
No, sir, not at this time.
Yes. Has everybody reviewed the minutes from last month's meeting?
Yes.
Any changes? Do we have a motion to approve? Motion from Mary Lou, second from Billy. All those in favor of approving the minutes from last month?
Aye.
Opposed? It's carried unanimously. Okay.
With the chairman's permission, moving on to new business.
Move on to new business, please.
Thank you, sir. BAR 24-50 is 204 Forest Avenue. The screen in front of you shows three lots. I'm showing those because I think it's important to note all three lots are up for your review tonight, and to me it's kind of nice to see them in proximity to each other. So running down through the middle of the screen is that portion of Lindley Park that's under construction. I think we're looking at the end of May that it will be complete and open, which is certainly going to be great for this area. The first is, as I said, 204 Forest, which is this parcel right here off of Forest Drive. Does everybody know where we are? Mm-hmm. Great. The applicant is requesting approval to replace the existing cottage red shingles with Georgetown gray shingles. Staff recommends approval as submitted. So here's a picture of the house as it is. And that's the proposed shingle that they would like to put on the residence. The applicant is not here, to my knowledge, not here tonight.
Okay. Any questions or concerns, comments?
It's very close to what is there.
Any further discussion on it? Do we have a motion? Motion from Jill to approve. Second from David. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, we're back at this screen, and the next residence is this one right here on Park. It's 1818 Park Drive. The applicant is seeking approval for the reconstruction of a garage destroyed by Hurricane Helene. The color scheme of the new garage will match the main residence except for the stair railings that will have a natural wood stain, and the roof will be a green asphalt shingle. Staff is recommending approval as submitted. So this is the house as seen from Park Drive. I'm sorry? Okay. This is the site plan. So you can see Park down here, the main residence right here, and the garage sits considerably back off the road and behind the house. Pictures of damage from the storm follow. This is to the existing garage. This is the back of the main residence. It's included just so you can get a reference so that the building architecturally ties to the garage, and you can see how that happens. Again, the main residence. This is the proposed footprint of the new garage. Elevations of that garage. This is the stairwell that they talked about. So again, staff is recommending approval as submitted. The applicant is here present if you have any questions.
Any questions or comments? How about regarding the new building?
So the new siding will have the same reveal as the existing siding? It'll be,
That's a good question. I don't know. I'll let the applicant answer that question.
Would you come up to the mic?
Same side.
Same. Same size reveal?
Yes.
and it appears that, I guess, the window trim details are intended to match the existing. It's hard to tell from the drawing.
You see it, you see it.
Okay.
So are there grids in the windows on the new construction? Can't tell.
The question was, are there grids in the windows?
Oh, yes, there will be.
There are grids in it? Will
Yes.
they be exterior?
Exterior, right.
Yes, okay.
So there will be exterior?
What was the question?
Will they be exterior grids?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
So it's going to be an SDL, an SDL window? The specification, simulated divided light?
Simulated, right.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
And what will the garage doors look like?
There are no garage doors.
Oh, there are no garage doors, okay.
It looks like it's closed, but it's open, just like the other. That's an open garage, and the new garage will be just like that one.
Just like that one.
So in the drawing, the horizontal pieces we're seeing on the open garage portion, that siding
That's the back of the garage that you're looking at.
to the right there, Chris, right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you see where the cursor is?
Mhm.
Or you can look down here on this
Right.
screen. That's siding?
Hmm. That's right.
That's what it was before.
Yeah.
And everything will be painted, the house body will match the house, and all the railing that we see will be stained wood.
Stained wood. That's right.
Okay.
Any other questions? Comments?
Would you be opposed to painting the railing white?
We're not opposed to it, but that's not the plan at this point.
Okay.
How much other railing is white at this time? Is it just that one little section we're seeing?
Yeah, those are fake railings on the side of the porch. It'll keep the dog out. Or the dog in.
There's no further discussion. Do we have a motion to approve with the new railings being stained? Or do we have a motion to approve with the new railings being painted white?
The railings are stained,
The new railings would be stained.
stained the same, what color?
Stained wood. just a-
Natural wood.
I think they ought to be white, particularly since this will join the present house with all the trim and the screen, the way those are. I think introducing all of a sudden a stained wood is something totally,
Seems out of place.
it
I agree
makes
with
it
that.
look like something was added.
Right.
Whereas I love the way the drawing is and everything. It
Mm.
looks like it was originally part of the house.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like.
that's
an
the
addition.
intention, right.
But Amanda's right, I do believe if your railing is painted white, it would more closely match the main structure.
We're not opposed to that.
Okay.
Well, then I'll make a,
Motion to approve with the
Yes.
railings being painted
Yes.
white. A second from Jill. Any further comments or questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Carried unanimously.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Okay, so again, we're back at this screen like we talked about initially. We're going to hop over Lindley Park to this residence over here. Again, that's on Club Drive, and this is 1819 Club Drive, and we're looking at this parcel and this residence right here. Does everybody understand and know where we are? Great. The applicant is seeking approval for a combination of a black aluminum picket fence and a cedar privacy fence with a natural finish to enclose a portion of the yard for dogs. The aluminum fence would be used in the more visible areas, and we'll see pictures of those, between the garage and the front left of the house. The cedar privacy fence would run along the back southern property line and from the garage to the rear property line, and I'll point those out. There is an existing wire fence along the rear property line that this would tie into. So staff is recommending approval with the condition that the aluminum picket fence on the left side of the residence be set back from the front corner of the building 2 feet. In other words, to make the house proud of the fence. And we'll look at that in just a minute. So this is a zoom in of the site, and the black aluminum picket fence would run here, as is shown in D, and then along A, and then back to the garage here. This would all be picket, black aluminum picket. The privacy fence would run from the garage to the back property line where there's an existing black chain link fence, and it would run from the corner here back to that existing chain link. So E and F are where you have the privacy fence, and D, B, C, A, B, C, and D would all be aluminum picket. So here's sort of an illustration of what that would look like. Again, running from the house to the garage. This is the aluminum picket. This is the left-hand side of the building. Again, the aluminum picket. And from the garage to the back would be the privacy fence here. And along that other side would be the privacy fence there. You can see where that would be. This is what the aluminum picket fence would look like. And I'm sorry, I don't have a detail of the cedar, but it's your typical privacy board fence. The applicant is here if you have any questions, and again, staff is recommending approval as submitted.
The picket fence, the height of that is going to be 5 feet, is that correct?
I think I'm sorry, the applicant's here. Is it 5 foot?
I didn't hear that.
Is the height of the picket fence, the aluminum picket, is it 5 foot?
5
Yes.
foot.
Yes, it is. I see it in your narrative. Thank you.
And can you, never mind, I got it right here. So the applicant is agreeable to bring the section of fence, I guess would be D, back to match the front of the house?
Oh, sure. I'm a little hard of hearing, I'm sorry.
The question is, you're amenable to bringing the
Yes,
D back to the...
absolutely. In fact, I think that's probably a good idea. There is an air conditioner there, so I'll have to go one side or the other of the air conditioner. But
Okay.
that's not an unreasonable plan. We were trying to weave it between the existing camellias, but we can just move it back the other side of the next camellia, and that should be fine.
Okay. Anybody have any concerns about any of the fences? The height of the picket fence? Any questions or comments? Do we have a motion to approve as submitted with the one change, moving the section labeled as D back to being in line with the house?
I'll make a motion to approve with that amendment.
Have a second? Second from David. Any further comments or questions?
I'm sorry. What color is the cedar fence going to be? It's just-
It's going to be natural. It'll probably be a little darker than natural cedar. It depends where you buy the cedar. Sometimes it's reddish, sometimes it's lighter than that. And so we'll probably stain it for the sake of preserving it and stain it a slightly darker color, but it'll be like probably like a medium tan to brown kind of shade. And I expect we will put a rail on the top, and the posts will be a darker color. They'll be either black or close to black.
Mm. On the privacy fence?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
On the privacy fence?
The privacy fence, right.
So it'll be
Cedar.
two colors.
Yeah, it'll be cedar with darker posts and trim on the top.
Normally, the privacy fences that we've okayed are all one color because we don't want them to jump out
All right.
and take away from the, and I'm familiar with your house, it's a beautiful house, and love the colors and everything.
We're very happy.
So if, I think it would be more, the staff would be more likely to approve it if you can leave the black off of the
All right.
cedar fence.
You're calling for metal posts, I assume. Is that the reasoning for painting it darker as opposed to staining
Yeah.
it? Okay, so it's
That
two
was
different
part of the reason.
materials.
Oh, the post?
The posts are metal, correct?
Correct.
But they're only visible from the interior of the yard, right? The posts?
I assume so.
Well, it depends upon which side we put them on.
Right, yeah.
At this point, there's a lot next door that's overgrown, and, but eventually that fellow's going to build a house. We spoke to him about buying that lot
Mhm.
because we wanted to fix it up, but he's planning on building after the park's done. So, but that's another issue that we should probably talk about is which side to put the posts on.
Mhm.
And there's no picture of this there's no picture of the privacy fence.
Right. I was, up until a few days ago, herding cats, trying to get my wife to decide on the final plan. So,
I mean, we normally don't approve them without seeing.
I have a picture on the phone to show you what
Chris could probably, can you bring that up to the
what we're doing.
monitors?
Give me a second.
Sure.
Actually, I don't have it on my phone, sorry, it's on the computer. Conventional cedar fence is probably why I didn't bother to put it in. But then when my wife saw it, she thought the post was better dark. But I'm perfectly agreeable to do whatever.
Okay. Is the top of the fence going to be straight across? The top of the fence will be straight across.
Yeah,
It'll have
we're going to-
a wood
We have
band around the top.
It slopes down there, and so we're going to tear it like that to keep it horizontal.
Is there a reason you're using metal posts? Was that just to get the color?
Well, I've lived in Maine and Florida, so I was oriented towards metal posts because you can get them to be very solid in the ground, and they last a long time that way. And Florida, for very obvious reasons, not unlike what we've experienced here this year, and in Maine because the frost is so deep. Yeah. So I'm overbuilding a little bit, but it's my experience is it's more rigid that way.
So I guess we're saying either black metal posts with stained wood or paint everything the same color, I guess would be the two options.
It's very difficult not seeing a picture of it, because in this area, I'm not sure I've ever seen the mixture of those two.
No, I haven't either.
Or if the posts are facing interior toward the house, I'm not sure it's that much of a visual issue anyway.
It'd be less of an impact if the
Yeah, oh, that's true.
panels were mounted to the exterior side of the post.
Okay, so the post is not between the panels.
It's kind of behind the,
Yeah.
the slats.
Would you be acceptable to doing it that way?
Tell me exactly what you want.
So you take your panels,
Mm-hmm.
you mount them on the outside of those metal posts, so the panels completely cover the metal post from the exterior of your property.
Okay, covered from which side though? From my side or the neighbor's side?
From the neighbor's side. You'd be
Neighbor's
able to
side.
See the post on, when you're standing in your backyard, you could see.
I would see the posts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's no problem at all.
That's no problem, okay. All right, so you okay? Everything okay?
Yeah, I think,
Okay, do we need to modify?
We can just add the placement of the posts, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a motion to approve the fences, both of them, with the black post and the fence panels being mounted on the exterior of the black post, and the fence to be stained all one color, including the top rail.
Okay.
Is that correct? Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Carried unanimously. Thank you very much for your
Thank you very
cooperation.
much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
This is it.
Okay, moving on to 114 Rose Hill. The site is outlined in red here. It goes all the way over to Market Street, which is running right through the middle of your screen, with Rose Hill intersecting it, running perpendicular. Does everybody understand and know where we are? Great. The applicant is seeking approval is seeking a two-part approval for one, a storage building. So you'll be approving a storage building tonight, and reviewing a storage building tonight, and two, a color change to the house. The backyard is currently surrounded by a privacy fence, so the shed will be obscured from the road. The proposed color scheme for both the storage building and the main residence is as follows. So both buildings would be painted the same. The body would be a coral island, that's a Sherwin-Williams color, and the trim is a creamy, which is Sherwin-Williams also, and the shutters would be Parisian patina, again a Sherwin-Williams. The staff is recommending approval as submitted. So this is a picture of the house as it is now. This is the proposed color for the body of the house and the storage building. The proposed trim color, the shutter color, and you can see the proposed storage building right here. Again, it would be back in the backyard behind the house and inside the fence enclosure. Sorry. The applicant is here if you have any questions of them, but again, staff is recommending approval as submitted.
One question we have, what's the material of the storage building?
I'll let the applicant answer that. Could you come down to the mic, please?
It says hardy board.
What was the question?
What is the material of the storage building? The outside of the
Oh,
storage
the-
building?
Oh, the outside is gonna have the hardy board, it's written there, the hardy board on the outside with the shingle roof like what's on the house. And these are better colors, those colors are not all that good.
Okay, so these are the same colors?
Yeah, the ones
Okay.
that's checked,
Okay.
so they can see them better.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the hardy
They
board
want
siding,
photographic.
Hardy board siding,
it's, is it
Okay.
4x8 sheets or is it lap siding like the house is made?
what's that? I'm sorry.
Are they 4x8 sheets or are they lap siding like your house? Does it look like this? Or is it just a 4x8 sheet of wood or siding?
Well, I'm not really, I don't remember.
It looks like it's just,
Is that an actual picture of the storage building or
Yes,
example?
Yes,
It's an actual picture.
yes, can you, what is
I
it?
can't zoom it up. It doesn't look like it's a lap siding. It just looks like
It's
it's
going,
lap.
Well, that was, whatever the siding is, he said it was hardy board. But I think the other going lap siding, I think that's what you said, it was gonna be more expensive. And I needed to get this storage building because my daughter just passed away October the 31st. And I right now have pods in my yard where her storage stuff is stored in the storage. And it's more economical for me to get a storage building in my backyard instead of renting one at the time.
Chris, can you zoom in on the storage building, the end of it there?
I can do it right here, Chris.
Thank you. Thanks, because I'm not sure I can.
It's not lap siding.
No.
Okay, so it looks like it is 4x8 sheets, not lap siding.
Is he asking me?
He's saying it's 4x8 sheets. It's just a statement. It's 4x8 sheets. It's
Oh.
not lap siding. Is what appears to be on the building.
Okay.
Yeah. So the siding would not match the house, the existing house. Anybody have any further comments or questions on it?
But it's behind the privacy
Yes,
fence.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
behind the privacy fence, yes.
Of course, the fence could go away one day, but,
Any other comments or questions?
and these are the actual colors.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have plans to repaint the ramp as well?
I haven't thought that far ahead, I'm sorry. It's gonna have to have some repairs on it, so eventually, yes. But I haven't
That actually looks
thought
like
about
that.
colors or anything in reference to it.
It's quite a bit different.
And I know it'll probably have to be approved as well, but right now, I'm just trying to get my daughter's things in the storage
So
building.
that's trim. That's shutters, yeah.
Any other questions or comments regarding the building or the colors? Do we have a motion?
Are Are you good with the colors, Amanda?
I think the colors are very nice in
Yeah.
real life. I knew that this couldn't be actually, but I do think that the ramp should be painted probably the trim color, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. What she's asking is, would you be opposed to painting the ramp the same color as the exterior of the house?
The trim
the-
color.
The trim color, sorry, the trim color.
When you paint the house, paint it the same
The
color.
green.
Which is
The
gonna be
green.
cream.
Cream, yes, ma'am.
Well, one thing about the cream is it's gonna show up a lot of dirt and stuff as you come off I don't know. I wouldn't be too opposed to it if it wasn't for that, the traffic and things that comes through and then the dirt and all that stuff show up real easily on the cream. The cream color.
So, Mr. Chairman, maybe the railing is the cream color and the deck is a gray?
No, we weren't saying cream, the trim, the
Trim.
green.
Oh, the
green.
patina.
The green,
Isn't
yeah,
that
The
what we're
trim
saying?
is the cream, I think.
yeah.
The- The shutters are the patina, or
Oh, the shutters, I mean,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the shutters. No, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I mean, wouldn't that be,
Okay, so you'd
I mean,
want
it's
the,
dark still because it is a handicap ramp, so
Mhm.
she's
Right.
saying that, wheelchairs or things.
And now I
You're
have my
recommending-
grandson who's
trim color for the railings?
She want those back.
I'm looking at the house too. Yeah, no, that. No, and it needs, and we're afraid if we
That's a
made
good
it the
shot.
body of the house, well, that's still dark enough that it wouldn't show. About if it was the body of the house,
So would you be amenable to painting the railing the same color as the house?
Looks like it might.
yeah,
blend.
That color, that coral.
Yeah, that'll work.
It looks like that
As
color.
long
might
as it's not
blend
I
with-
mean, it's not.
It's more of
green.
a coral.
Yeah.
Looks like it might blend with the existing ramp.
I think her concern with the dirt was on the ramp itself, the surface.
The walk surface.
So we could paint the railing, the trim color, which would match the railing on the house.
That's right, and
then the
leave
deck
that.
could be the darker.
And just, or
Isn't
just
that-
even, Jill was saying it might blend in with this in real
Right.
life.
Right, okay.
So we're saying paint the railings, the cream,
Yeah,
but leave the ramp dark or paint it.
to match the body.
The surface of where you walk in it is what you're talking about, the part you walk on.
I think we're talking about two different colors. One color would be for the railing, which we're saying cream, or to match the trim on the house. And then the deck of the ramp itself, like you said, we don't want it to show dirt, so it could be a darker color.
Yep, like-
Either leave it like it is, or paint it the body of the house, right, Amanda?
Yeah,
Or,
and,
how would you feel about painting the walk surface on the ramp a darker gray? which is
Yeah,
very
that's what I
common?
was thinking about, like the shingles on the house, like a
Yeah.
dark gray,
yeah,
the,
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, that
And that would be good because in one picture that we had, the railings on the front of the house, the trim, are the trim color,
Right,
the cream.
yeah, right there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that'll work.
and make your house even look bigger.
Oh, what about the brick skirt, the foundation at the bottom of the house? Is there a color for that?
It is. It's
That's the same color as the
Shutters.
Oh, it's a shutter,
shutters.
okay. Gotcha.
The shutters and the foundation are dark green.
Okay.
Okay.
Did anybody make a list?
No, we're depending on you for that.
So I can regurgitate if you want me to.
Okay.
So I think the approval is as submitted with the following conditions: that the handicap railings be painted to match the trim of the building, and the deck of the handicap ramp be painted a gray, and the brick skirt on the house to be painted to match the shutters, the Parisian patina.
Mhm.
I think that covers it.
I would like to make that motion.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Can you hold, can we
have a
hold on for
motion?
just a minute?
One more.
Yes, ma'am.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard it right, there were two options as to what colors the railings would be, the trim and the, was it the green?
No, ma'am, the request was that you paint the railings to match the trim, and you could either leave the ramp the color it is, or paint it a gray. Is that still standing?
Gray or patina, didn't you say
Would that
patina?
stand?
I thought she said
Or
patina.
No,
the
ma'am.
shutter color, could it also be the shutter
Could even be the
color?
shutter.
It could be the shutter color.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I
so
thought.
there's three options then. So you can, so I'll amend it to say that the ramp surface, the decking on the handicap ramp could either remain the color it is, could be painted a dark gray, which the applicant suggested, or could be painted the Parisian patina.
Mhm.
Does
That's the
that
green.
make?
Mhm.
Yes.
That agreeable to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a motion for that. Do we have a second? Second from Billy. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Carried unanimously. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, moving on to our last application. It's BAR 2455. It's 124 North Main Street. This is the Downtown Historic District. This project was North Main is running sort of diagonally through the middle of your screen here, and the rectangle indicates the location. You can see Rand Park and the railroad station. This is the old Blue Ridge Railroad Station, and it's appropriately above the railroad. Does everybody know where we are? Okay, great. The applicant is requesting approval of the color scheme for the North Main facade renovation. Again, you approved the renovation, the guts of the renovation at your last meeting. The proposed color schemes are as follows. The lower brick level would be Sherwin-Williams 2802, which is Rockwood Red. And these samples you have at your dais, and they're circulating. The upper stucco would be Sherwin-Williams 2853, New Colonial Yellow. The window trim would be Sherwin-Williams 0041, Dark Hunter Green. The brick trim would be Sherwin-Williams 0035, Warm Beige. And the structural purlins would be Sherwin-Williams 2838, Polished Mahogany. Staff is recommending approval as submitted. So again, this is the structure as it is today. I'll skip over that to this. This is, again, what you approved last month for the renovations. And that's the color scheme right there. Again, you have the physical color samples circulating at the dais. The applicant is here to answer any questions if you have any. Again, staff is recommending approval as submitted.
Any questions of the new colors and where they're going?
And I think they look very nice. Last meeting, we had a picture of the original, which they're trying to
It was a black and white.
white picture, so that,
I don't have that
Okay.
on the presentation, I'm
I can
sorry.
remember, and it was black and white, but.
It was black and white.
Yes.
Kyle, were these the colors that you found, or they found when they, I guess, scraped some of the stucco away?
Yes, so all of those colors were ones that we found on the building other than the cream, but in one of the historic photos, we can tell that the trim on the lower level and the railing were a very light color, so we assume it was an off-white at the time.
So the railing will be a light color?
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
the cream color is for the, basically the cornice of the porch and the railing on top of it.
Are the windows and doors a dark?
They're the green color, and
The
those
green.
we found, since the windows upstairs are still in place, that green color is on them.
Gotcha.
Going to be quite striking.
Yeah, I mean, it's really similar to the old courthouse in the yellow and terracotta colors.
Mhm.
Any other comments or questions? Do we have a motion? Motion from David, approve as submitted. Second, second from Mary Lou. Any further comments or questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
That concludes the city business. Does anyone on the board have any business for the board to discuss? Staff report?
No staff reports.
No further business. I hear a motion to adjourn. Motion from Amanda. Second from Billy. All those in favor? It carried, and we are adjourned.